Today we shall start our new chapter, that is linear equation in one variable. The linear equation in one variable. Now what does it mean by all these terms? What does it mean by linear? What does it mean by equation? What does it mean by one variable? Let us see first of all the last term, that is variable. In the class 7 we have learned that variable is anything whose value is either unknown or can be changed. That is called variable. For example, let us say my age or your age, it is variable, it is not fixed, it can be anything. So if I want to write it down in a column, then I will write down age. Age is a variable. Now in algebra, what we do, we assign a letter from alphabet as variable. For example, I can assign x as age. Age is x because age is unknown. It can be anything. It is variable. It is varying. So from varying to variable. Variable. So this means variable. Now, what does it mean by one? One we know one. In equation there, that means there will be only one term such that its value could not be either will not be certain or unknown or will be varying. So it means one. Now what does it mean by equation? Equation is anything in which right side and left side, and this is not the only option. Here could be any operation, here could be another operation, multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, out of 4, any of them or all the 4 can be done on the both sides. But the result should be same. That means no matter whatever operation we have done on the left side, and no matter whatever the operation we have done on the right side, answer should be same on the both sides. That means answer of these and answer of these, both answers should be equal. Then it will be called equation, which means value of this side, that is left hand side or LHS, and value of right hand side of the sign of equal, that is RHS, both must be equal in an equation. Then only then it will be called an equation. So this means equation. Now comes the first part, linear. What does it mean by linear? We have studied about powers in class 7. For example, 2 into 2 into 2, and we can write it as 2 raised to the power 3. Why this 3? Because 2 is being repeated 3 times, so power 3. This is called power. And this is base. This we have studied in class 7. So this is power, this is base. Now if there is a condition that highest power is 1, it can be anything, but power is highest power is 1. If in an equation the highest power is 1, and it could be anything, or even power of variable is 1, then it is called linear equation in one variable. This is called linear equation. If power is 1, then it is called linear. Linear means power is 1. now what could be a linear equation? Let us say I am too weak in this hisab kitab of things. Let us imagine that my mom or somebody at my home asked me to go to the shop and bring cold drink, 1 liter bottle of 2 liter bottle of cold drink and urad ki dal. I bought them and reached to my home, and I was asked that, okay, what was the rate of urad ki dal? Just to compare that here we are getting cheaper or at some other place, so just to compare. Since I am very weak in hisab kitab, so I said, okay, bhul gaya main, I don't remember what was the price of urad ki dal. I didn't ask to the shopkeeper. Then how will I calculate? I know a little bit math. So what I did, I said, okay, I have paid the shopkeeper 200 rupees in all. That was I know. I paid him 200 rupees. And I know that 2 liter bottle of a cold drink price is priced at 90 rupees. So remaining money which I gave him must be the price of 1 kg urad ki dal. But right now I don't know. And I said, okay, rate of urad ki dal is X or A or B or C or any letter from alphabet. I said rate of urad ki dal is X because it is unknown. I forgot to ask, or if he told me that, okay, bhaiya, this much rupees per kg, it slipped out of my mind. Anything. The result is I don't know the exact price of the urad ki dal. So now I can say, okay, I gave this much rupees for these two amounts, and rupees I gave was 200 rupees. Price of 2 liter cold drink bottle we know, or if we don't know, we can read it on the label of the bottle. These two items, one is whose price I don't know and one is whose price I know. Both of them are combined, costed me 200 rupees. Now I can calculate the value of the price of urad ki dal. This is the example of linear equation in one variable. Two things are known, only one thing is unknown. So any equation in which here could be any number, here could be any number of terms, but out of them one term will be unknown, and that will be assigned an alphabetical letter and will be called algebraic term. And highest power here is 1. No power means power is 1. So highest power is 1, and this is the example of linear equation in one variable. Now we will learn that how to solve them. First exercise, practice to be perfect. Page number 27. Page 27. And I shall start solving the question. Question number 1. 2x plus x plus 6 is equal to 1. Now first of all, one very important addition, one very important information. If we used to divide, if there is something common in numerator and denominator, here x is common in the denominator and x is in numerator, but we cannot divide them because between this common factor and some other factor there is sign of plus also. So if although there are common factors in the numerator and denominator, but if there are some other factors also, and sign between those common factors and other factors is plus or minus, just two conditions only, plus and minus, then we cannot divide numerator and denominator. What does it mean? I cannot divide this x and this x because here are x which is common, okay, but here is another factor that is 6, and between them there is a sign of plus, so I cannot divide this and this, and I cannot divide 2 and 6 because again 2 cannot divide x. So what will I do? What I will do? There is a principle in mathematics, and that says if something is dividing here on the left side, then it will multiply to the right side, which means x plus 6 is dividing here, it will go and start multiplying by with 1. So I will have to write here, but I have to write cross multiplying. And why does it call cross multiplying? Because we know that if there is nothing in denominator chance to be 1, so here was 1 can be written in the form of 1 by 1. Now because here 1 is denominator, so it will be multiplied to this thing, that if anything is in denominator in one side, it will multiply to the other side, applies to the both sides of the sign of equal, which means this denominator will be multiplied to this numerator, and this denominator will be multiplied to this numerator, like this. Now these two arrows are crossing each other. These two arrows are crossing each other. That's why it is called cross multiplication. So I will have to write this cross multiplying, and what I did, 2x plus 2x into 1 sign of equal and 1 into x plus 6 bracket 2. Why I use bracket? Because all the x plus 6 is being multiplied by 1. That's why I need to use, if there are more than one term, then and there is either sign of positive or sign of negative, or both, just positive and negative both are being present there, and there are more than one term, then we close that whole group in a bracket, just like we close this x6 group in a bracket here. Next step, 2x is equal to x plus 6. What I did, simply I multiplied this denominator to this numerator and this denominator to this numerator, and I got 2x x plus 6. Now what will I do? First of all, let's write it here. 2x is equal to x plus 6. Now, by the convention, I usually write all the variables or unknown parts, such as here is x. By the convention, I write all the unknown parts or variable or alphabetic term, that is A to Z, any letter from alphabet, I usually write it on the left side of equal sign of equal. And if it is not, then I will have to take the variable part or unknown part or algebraic part to the left side of the sign of equal. So here x is part, variable part, and it is on the right side of the equal sign. So I have to move it from here. So I write it here to here. But I cannot do this just like this. What I will have to do? This process of moving a term from here to here and here to here is called transposition. And there are few conditions of transposition. First condition is there should be sign of either addition or sign of subtraction. That means either plus sign or minus sign. Only then transposition can be done. Otherwise, we need to perform cross multiplication. Second thing, sign change, which means, for example, if this x is going from here to here and there is no sign in front of this x, that means it is positive. So its sign will be changed to negative. Similarly, if there is some negative sign, if any term which is having negative sign and it is being taken from here to here or here to here, then their sign will convert into sign of positive. And first of all, we will have to write, this process is called transposition, and we have to write it here. Transposition. So on transposition, what I got? By the convention, I need to move x from right side to left side. Here, there is no sign in front of x, so it is positive. It was being taken here, so sign of this will become negative sign, so it became negative sign. Now what does it mean now? Now 2x minus x. X or any algebraic term can be added or subtracted just like we are adding something there, for example 2, 1 and 1 pen. But remember that both variables should be same. That means I can subtract x from x, but I cannot subtract from a, b, c, d or y or z from x because they have become different. It means I can add pen and pen, but I cannot add pen and pencil in simple terms. Or I can, if I am going to pay newspaper bill, then I will add only newspaper to prepare a bill. I will not add them in them milk or vegetables. Why will not I? Because they are different from newspaper. Just like that, an algebraic term is different from the another algebraic term. So 2x minus x, 2 minus 1 x, x equals to 6. So value of x is 6. Now, how will I know that my answer is correct? In class 7 we have done this. We have verified all of these. What we have done, that value of variable we have placed here, substituted here and added, and if both sides have become equal, then answer is correct. Now let us take another question. Question number 6. X upon 1.6 plus 2.8 equal to 8.8. Now, in order to find the value of x, what I need to do? I need to do is that I have to keep only variable part. I repeat, in order to find out the value of variable part, that is algebraic part, that is x, I have to keep only this part on the left hand side and rest of the things will go to the right hand side. And what is the order of precedence? First of all, anything which is having positive or negative sign will go to the right side. It means we have to do transposition. So here we are having positive sign, we have to perform transposition. So I write here transposition. On transposition, indicate x upon 1.6 is equal to 8.8, and here 2.8 was having plus sign. It is going to the right side, so sign will change and it will become negative sign 2.8. What I did, I simply transpose and sign became minus 2. Now x upon 1.6 8.8 minus 2.8. 8 minus 8 0. 8 minus 2 6. Answer 6. So it is equal to 6. Still I am having this 1.6 in the denominator and I have to remove it also in order to get the value of x, and I know that if anything is dividing here, it will start multiplying here. And it is called cross multiplication. So I will write here cross multiplication. X is equal to 6 into 1.6. Now I will multiply it. Let me solve it. 1.6 multiplied by 6. Answer is 6 is 36 and 6 1 6. 9.6. So value of x is 9.6. This is how we do solve these problems. Now let us take another example. Question number 7. This is somewhat lengthy question. 5 minus 3 5y plus 2 is equal to 4 7 minus 3y plus 1. First of all, what I will do? First of all, I will open the brackets on the both sides. Because my board is small, so I shall solve left side first. So 5 bracket open. Now let me remind you, if I am opening the bracket, then this 3, anything which is written out of the bracket will be multiplied to the all components of the bracket. This means 3 will be multiplied by 5y and 3 will be multiplied by 2, because there are 2 components. This is the rule, this is the principle of the multiplication in this condition. So I multiplied it, so minus 3 multiplied by 5y, 3 5 is 15y. 3 is having sign of minus, so it is minus 3, negative integer is multiplied by positive integer 5y, answer is negative integer minus 15y and minus 3 to the 6. This is my left hand side. Now I will find out the right hand side. Four 7 is 28 and minus 4 is 12y plus 1 plus 1, because 4 is positive integer and 3y was negative integer, answer was a negative integer. Now if I see here are 5 and there is 6, both are pure arithmetical terms. We can subtract or add or multiply or divide pure arithmetical terms on one side. So I subtract them, or let me wipe it out. 5 is, okay, 6 is minus 6 and 5 is plus 5. So there will be subtraction. It becomes minus 15y minus 15y minus 1, because 6 is bigger than 5 and 6 is having sign of negative, so minus 1. And on the right side 28 and 1 both are having same sign. 28 is having positive sign and 1 is having positive sign, so it becomes 29 plus 29. But this is 12 is negative, so minus 12 y plus 29. Now my equation is looking like this: minus 15y minus 1 is equal to minus 12y plus 29. Now I know that I will have to move this part which is having variable. I have to move all of this part because there is sign of multiplication and both of these cannot be separated. And I have to move this minus one part because it is not having a variable part to the right side. I write down transposition and I will write it like this: minus 15y, 12y is having negative sign, it will convert to the positive sign, so plus 12y is equal to 29, and 1 was having negative sign. Here sign in front of 1 is negative, it will go to this side and it will become plus 1. What I did? I did the transposition, and on transposition, first of all I solved them, then I did the transposition, I bring 12y minus 12y from the right side to the left side. I brought minus 12y from the right side to the left side, so it became plus 12y, and I took minus 1 from left side to the right side, so it became plus 1. Now 12y is having plus sign and minus 15y is having minus sign. So obviously there will be subtraction, because if there are opposite signs then we subtract. So 15 minus 12, 3y of minus, because 15y is bigger and 15y is having negative sign. Is equal to 30. 29 plus 130. Now minus 5, because he is multiplying on this side, it will go and divide to this side. 30 divided by 3. 3 times 30. 3 and 30 can be divided by 3. 3 times 30. So minus 5 is equal to 30. But there is a convention that we do not keep negative sign to the left side, which means I will not keep this negative sign to the left side. Then what will I do? I will shift this negative sign to this side. And since this was a positive number, its sign changed and it becomes 9 minus 1. So now this is 1 minus 30. What I did, because on the left side there was sign of negative and left side cannot be negative in any case. So what I will do, I will shift the sign minus sign from left side to the right side. And when I shifted it, then my answer became y is equal to minus 30. This is how these questions are solved. In the next class, we shall solve some more questions. Till then, practice and perfect yourself. Thank you. Have a nice day.